Alright, no sooner since I just got done recording. I just recorded. They damned themselves, okay? Then I come to my Facebook, and one of the first posts I see is confirmation of that recording, okay? Right away. Right away. In less than 5 minutes, okay? The spirit of truth is flowing, alright? Already in that video, or in the audio, in that recording, I brung out how Big Judah was bringing out to be renewed in your mind, okay?
And I love right now, like we see like a lot of like the Gentiles, like they're seeing this growth of the Most High's chosen people, and they're always trying to tell you how you need to be, how you need to react. You guys need to be loving. You need to be this, and you need to be, that. And I'm like, now if the Most High did not awaken us, if the Most High did not renew our minds, if the Most High did not break us away from you, would you have told us the truth? Would you have, gone out of your way to tell us the truth?
No, they wouldn't. Because that's what they've been lying this whole damn time, bruh. All they've done is lie. Lie. Okay? Now, bruh, it was a live that he's doing, okay? And I went over a little bit. Do not be conformed to this dead world based on nothing but lies. Let's expose the lies. Okay? And so I did a little clip from that video in an audio before you'll get to hear this one. And once I was done with that audio, I came to my Facebook and I seen this post by Yakoba. Okay? The more I learned, the more I realized, the less I knew and know. And the more I realize, I may learn more lies taught to us along this journey. Oh yes, we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn, bruh. Like, to follow the spirit of truth, that's what that means, is to unlearn, relearn, unlearn, relearn. And you have to be able to elevate, okay? And in order to elevate, you may have to let go of some previous information that is not lining up properly with new information that is lining up with the spirit of truth. As the spirit of truth leads and guides you on this journey, you're going to come into more and more information. And sometimes the information that you come across will conflict with the information that you held as truth, okay? And when that happens, you can choose to outright disregard it, okay? You can choose to do that. And you can choose to hold on to what you think you know as truth, even though here is some more information, some new information that is contradicting or conflicting. It's conflicting with that held ideology, okay? And like I said, you can choose to ignore that, all right? You can choose to ignore it and hold on to what you think you know as truth. You have free agency. But see, the more that you do that, the more that you reject information that conflicts with other information, and you don't want to take the time to look into it, to research a matter for yourself. No, you want to outright reject it. You have every right to do that, but the more that you do that, you're searing your conscience with a hot iron, okay? The more you do that, the harder your heart is going to be, okay? Now, those of us that have totally humbled ourselves to the spirit of truth, I've become more sensitive to it now. I don't outright reject anything anymore. Because I've been through it twice. Twice that I was outright rejecting something, and the Holy Spirit had to get my attention and say, hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to elevate you here. I'm trying to give you some more, but you want to stay stagnant. And I finally had the ears to hear. Okay, so it comes with humility. All right, I had to humble myself. Okay, now let me go ahead and continue reading what she said. All right. Why look down on others for believing what we once believed to be true? Did we fully embrace change and new information immediately? Or did it take time to start seeing things differently? See, she's getting on some of us, those that, and I was this way. Like, that's why, the Father several times, touched me by way of the Spirit, pulling me by my collar. You know who he used? Dimitri, Elder Dimitri. He used Elder, okay? Because I was on my high horse, a few years ago, bashing people about these holidays, okay? Like, literally, posting with all my might about how all of them are pagan and wicked, and you going to hell if you continue in your wickedness and all of this, right? And happened to watch a few videos from Elder, and it was a hard message. Okay, let me explain to you that it hurt. Okay, it hurt, it bruised my ego, okay, it literally brought me down several notches. He literally chopped the legs from off under me, okay, by way of the Spirit, alright, like, who do you think you are? And how I was, like, would talk to my family, like, not in such a way to where it was outright disrespectful, but even what I have done and how I was distancing myself from my family because I felt that they were wicked because they were in these pagan holidays and they don't have the ears to hear and all of this. That was my mindset. And as I listened to Elder Dimitri, boy, he chopped the legs from off under me. I felt like, bruh, he literally brought me down off my high horse, okay? And put me back down on the level of where my family is. Like, look, I am not above them. Just because I have accepted the Spirit of truth and have been allowed to know these things does not mean that I'm better than my family. I had to come to this realization, okay? So I went back and I had to apologize to my family for coming off like as if I am better or superior than them, even though I never really, done that. But at the same time, I never should have, forced the information onto them. I never came off in a hateful manner to them and I'm better than them, but at the same time I offered up a lot of information that they did not ask for. So I had to ask them to forgive me for that, because when they would invite me to come to Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, I would literally, send them long text messages back on the reason why I don't participate in that any longer, and that it is pagan and that it is of the devil. Like, bruh, all they were doing was being nice to, trying to include me, and I'm sending them these long. So anyway, Elder Dimitri made me look at that face to face, okay? So I had to humble myself and look at myself in the mirror, like, what are you doing? Why are you just, vomiting all of this information at your family? They're not going to accept it this way. They're not. How can they receive it when it's like that? That is impossible for them to receive it that way. So Elder, by way of the Spirit, led me to understand that it is by my demonstration that is going to reach my family. Not by what I say, not by the things that are coming out of my mouth. You know, it is my life that is going to lead and guide them. I am a natural born leader. Okay, and I have been chosen by the Father from the beginning. This is not said out of arrogance. It's not said out of arrogance, but my life is going to prove what I'm saying. It is proving what I'm saying, because I'm a completely different person since I've heeded my life to the Spirit of truth. Okay, let's see. We are at times like kindergartners thinking we've graduated with quantum physics doctorates and we've just barely scratched the surface. We all know, in part. Oh yeah, because he wrote his laws on our heart and upon our inner part, upon our spirit, okay? Sharing information and facts in love without condemnation goes further than any other route. This is 100% truth, bruh. Okay? Wow. One gets more bees with honey than vinegar or poo. Stimulating curiosity to look deeper into various things we've been taught and traditions we've been raised with tend to produce more than putting others down for not knowing where they began. We once upon a time didn't know either. Exactly. Like, she is like a gentle lamb, bro. Like, Yakoba is like a gentle lamb in a lot of ways. And she comes very, very humble. And in pure love, bruh. Like, I have a very bold and direct type of personality, and I don't cut corners. I'm very sharp, with this truth. That's just the way the Father made me. But at the same time, I am very loving, okay? I'm just very bold and blatant, okay? That's me, okay? And that's Dimitri. Like, Dimitri did those videos out of love. But we all have our place, bruh, because I had to be reached, okay? Like, I need somebody like Dimitri. I need somebody like Elder Dimitri to put it crystal clearly and plainly. Don't beat around the bush. Get right to the freaking point. Tell me where my error is. Tell me what is it that I'm doing wrong. He cuts right to the nitty gritty, okay? And that's what I do as well, okay? It's not evil, it's not Satan, it's not of Satan. This is of the Most High, but we all have our place. My natural personality is bold, brass, blatant, right in your face, okay? I'm very confrontational. I've always been that way, but the Father has led me to understand, when to use that, and that's normally when I'm bringing across His Word by way of the Spirit. And when to be more gentle like Yakoba. Even in my posting and how I post, my natural personality comes out in that. But when I deal with people one-on-one, I have learned to become more like Yakoba. Because people can accept this truth one-on-one and face-to-face when you're gentle with them, okay? So I can't come to someone face to face and say, hey, you are wicked. You better stop doing this and this and this and this and that. Because they have no understanding. They have no idea they're walking in wickedness, bruh. So already you will lose them right away, okay? You got to come in love. You got to meet them where they're at. So, this was recorded, both of these was recorded today, 11/3/2022, okay? And I don't know if I'm going to get them both out today. I'm going to try to get the first one out. That one's only like 14 minutes or so. Anyway, shalom.